Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing a Rolex Oyster Perpetual Explorer 2 16570 polar dial, the 40mm. It is a 1997 serial, and I have to say, all things considered, this U serial is the best of both worlds. The kind of thing we say we would like to do, but rarely do. The timepiece featuring an original Tritium dial, a 90s Rolex Explorer in the much-loved 40mm case, but with an up-to-the-minute, modern-day, solid end link, solid center link, contemporary clasp, as you might find on a current-day Oyster Perpetual. So in many ways, this is the perfect Explorer 2. On my 16cm circumference wrist, an easy watch to wear. 40mm in diameter without the super case. You can see this one is slender, 12.2mm thick, and from lug to lug, a very wearable 47.5mm. Now, if you include the solid end links of the bracelet, which they do change the fit a little bit, then you find the watch is still very reasonable, 49.7mm across the wrist, so the bracelet gives it more solidity, also a bit more wrist stance, 20mm between the lugs, and because this is an old school Rolex case, it has the strap tool apertures, and it would look great on a strap, but consider this unlikely union of neo-vintage watch, it's over 20 years old, and a modern bracelet to be darn close to perfect. You can see that this is a modern Rolex bracelet right here, solid end link, solid center link, and you can see that it has the screw-fixed removable links, it has the polish on the flanks, it has the satin on the tops, big gaps on the underside to vent the wrist. You can see the interior of the clasp is nicely finished. It features the beacon hook lock system that you'll find on the likes of the Oyster Perpetual. And you can see that it features the stamped style Rolex logo on the clasp that you would see on the likes of an Oyster Perpetual. You'll also note that because this is considered to be an entry-level version of a modern-day Rolex bracelet, it has the divots drilled inside so you can change the anchoring point of the bracelet, but it does not have Easy Link. All the same, this is sort of a vintage Rolex watch. I mean, 22 years old, no Rolex rattle, no fragility, no ropiness in the bracelet. It is an incredible feel on the wrist. The watch feels solid, and it looks like a dream. The 40mm case, and you can see the lugs are nicely intact and symmetrical from side to side and corner to corner. All of the spring bars are continuously recessed at all four corners, so there's plenty of original Rolex 904L stainless steel left there. The bezel in outstanding condition. You can see all of the lacquer is inside the indices and numerals, and the radial imaginary center point sunburst brushing is present, correct, and unmarred. Now the dial, you can see polar white, original Tritium signature, and blackened indices and hands, so you can easily see this one by daylight with tremendous contrast. It pops, and it's an extraordinary watch with its combination of black, white, and one solitary shock of red. Cyclops eye magnifier, monotone white date disc. You can see the timepiece, screw-down crown, and not so vintage that it would lose its caseback sticker as originally placed in Geneva, nor that it would not be water resistant. Still 100 meters water resistant. Rolex manufacturer caliber 3185. A true dual time, independently settable. You have the 24-hour hand, you have the 12-hour hand, and they can be set separately to two different times. Hacking or stop seconds, automatic winding, bidirectional, very smooth, no rattle, no wobble, with bidirectional winding, a jeweled staff, and Teflon-coated reversing wheels. In addition to the stop seconds and the dual time, you have a full balance bridge with a free-sprung index for shock resistance. You have an overcoil hairspring bent by hand at Rolex to allow the watch to keep excellent time in any orientation with respect to gravity on your wrist or on your dresser at night. COSC certified Swiss chronometer adjusted in 5 positions. A very impressive array of features and refinement. And of course, this timepiece, the best of both worlds. A mid-90s 1997 U serial number with a lovely solid end link, solid center link, modern clasp, contemporary Rolex bracelet. You can see this dream team and make it yours on the Watchbox.